So let us start in today's lecture with one more example for this network construction, right? So first of all, read the data that you are given. What you are given is that is about basically draw a network diagram. What you are given is draw a network diagram which has following precedence relationships, right? You are given one network diagram. This is the you are given one you are given one precedence relationships. Yeah, this is the table that you are given, and by using this table you are required to develop the network, right? Now the solution is given below, but let us take it step by step. Let us see it step by step as a procedure to solve the problem or to develop the network, right? From this given table we are required to develop the network. So first of all, this first row is about activity that indicates different activities. Those are indicated by alphabets, that may be A, B, C, D, etc., right? And second row is about predecessor. Predecessor means what? The activity that are shown in predecessor means, for example, this C has a predecessor A. That means before the C is completed, C activity is completed, it is compulsory that A activity should be completed before C, right? That is the meaning of predecessor. Now let us start from the initial activity. First of all, you are given activity A, right? Now here in activity A, there is no predecessor, means activity A has no predecessor, so it is a starting activity, right? So we can make an arrow like this, right? From event 1, this is the starting event. The starting event will be numbered as event number 1, right? Now from that we are having initial activity as activity A because it is not having any predecessor. After that, look for activity B. In activity B also there is no predecessor, means A and B, both of these activities are initial activities, right? So from event 1 I will be taking out activity A as well as activity B, right? Here you need to concentrate that from event 1 I am taking out two activities because both of these activities are not having any predecessor activity, right? दोनों के एक्टिविटी के पहले की कोई एक्टिविटी दी हुई नहीं है, तो इवेंट नंबर 1 में से हम दो एक्टिविटी बाहर निकालेंगे, दैट इज एक्टिविटी ए एंड एक्टिविटी बी, राइट? आफ्टर दैट if we talk about activity C, it is having a predecessor as activity A, means before C happens it is compulsory that A should be completed, right? So after activity A we will be adding the activity C, right? Now to add the activity C we need to add one event that will be numbering as event number 2. You can see on the screen that I am numbering the second event, and from that we are getting the activity C, right? So here you can see, first of all A happens, then only this C will be happening, right? So after A, C will be coming, right? That is the meaning of this data. Then look for activity D. It is having predecessor as activity B, right? So it is compulsory that activity B should be completed and then only activity D will be completed. So here you can see at the bottom part, after activity B I am adding one more node or one more event as event number 3, right? After event number 3 we are getting the activity as activity D, right? So first this B will be completing, after that this D will be completing, right? Then look for one more, that is activity E. It is having the predecessor as activity C, means after C happens E can happen. So from the C activity we are adding one more event or node, that is event number 4, and from event number 4 we are getting one activity, that is E, right? Right now we are adding only one activity, that is activity E, right? Now after that one more thing is given, that activity F is also having predecessor as C only. E and F both has predecessor as C, right? This C is common here. So from C we will be taking out two activities, that is E and this F also. This F also I am taking out from the activity C, that is from node 4, right? So E and F both are coming out because both have predecessor that is same predecessor that is C, right? दोनों में एक ही predecessor activity है जो C है. If we move forward, then we are having activity G that is having predecessor as D. So where is D? We need to find out first D. So here there is D activity, and from that we can get one more event, that is event number 5, right? Here I am numbering the event accordingly, turn by turn, right? 1 2 3 4 5 likewise. So in from event number 5 I am taking the activity G here. This G will be coming out, right, from event number 5. So after activity D, then activity H is also having D as predecessor. So H can only happen if the D is completed. So here what we can do is we are getting one more activity that is coming out from event number 5, that is activity H, right? Because this G and H have same predecessor, that is activity D. So here we are having two arrows, right? Now after that you can see here activity I has true predecessor E and F. So I can only happen if E and F are completed. So we need to look for E and F. Where is E and F? So here this is E and this is our F, right? Now this E and F are both separate activities, right? So if we need to add one activity, that is I, here you can see this activity as an I. So this is added by the help of this sixth event. We are adding this sixth event after E, and we have added one more activity, that is E. So this fulfills that I can happen only if the E is completed. But here along with E we are having one more activity as a predecessor, that is F. So to add this F, we cannot directly add this F with this path, right? Directly we cannot add this with same path, that because that will be a parallel network. So parallel network is avoided. So to fulfill that or to ignore that error, what we are doing is we are adding one dummy activity. Here you can see we are adding one dummy activity, you can see here, that is with dotted line or dotted arrow, and we are naming it as D1, right? And for that we are adding one event, that is event number 7, right? Here you need to concentrate that I has two predecessor activities, that is E and F, right? So here for E it is easy to get the activity out from the 6 number event, that is as I. But for F activity we cannot have the parallel network or same arrow coming out from the same event. So what we are doing is we are adding one dummy activity as D1, and for that we are adding one event, that is event number 7, right? And that will be as D1, and from that we are getting that dotted arrow, and we are fulfilling the condition about this data, right? Now after that for activity J, F and G should be completed. Here it is given that for activity J, F and G are predecessor. So here you can see here that F and G, you can see here that F and G, right, these are getting together on event number 7 that we have already named, right? And from that we are getting the activity J, right? This is the activity J right now we are getting, right? Now after that look for last data, that is for activity K. Now activity K has three predecessor, H, J and I. Here you can see these activity is having three predecessor activity, that is H, J and I. So in network you can see here we are having I, here we are having J, and one more, that is H, right? Now here this H you cannot directly add onto this eighth event. I'm explaining you, concentrate here. Here you cannot if you say that I want to add this H as directly here as activity, you cannot add this, right? Because this will be two parallel arrows. That is not possible in the network, right? So for that, what you need to do is, here again you need to add one more dummy activity, and for that I am adding event number 9, and this is your dummy activity, that is D2, right? And here this I and J are coming together on event number 8, and likewise this H can also come together on event number 8 via dummy activity, and this will be named as activity K, right? So here you can see for K, predecessor activities are H, J and I. So here I and J are coming together on event number 8, but this H we cannot directly connect from here to here because it will be parallel arrows, so that is not possible, right? So for that purpose, what we are doing is we are adding one dummy activity. So for that we are adding one event number 9, and dummy activity, that is D2, and that will be connected to the event number 8. So I, J and H are predecessor for event number for activity named as K, and after that this is your ending event or ending node, that is event number 10. This is the end node, and this event number 1, that is your starting node. So in this manner you can generate the whole network, right? You need to look for each relationship step by step. First of all this, then second, then third, then fourth, then fifth. In this manner you need to look for each relationships, and likewise you need to keep on drawing the network. You need to keep on numbering the events also, from starting from 1 2 3, where 1 is the starting event and the last event, that is will be ending event, and you need to name the activities as the relationship, right? So that is your solution for this first problem for today. Now let us move to the second problem also. Here there is one more similar kind of example that indicates that you need to solve the problem. Here what you are given is, draw the network diagram for given relationships of activities, right? So here also you are given one data in tabular format, and you need to solve and you need to develop the network. So let me explain you this also. Now look here, for first activity there is no predecessor, means A is initial activity, right? There is no predecessor. So this is your starting node or starting event, right? Event number 1, that is your starting node or starting event. From that your activity A will be coming out. So here I am drawing activity A, right? Now look for second data, that is activity B has also no predecessor. So this activity B also comes out from event number 1 only, because it is also not having any kind of predecessor, right? So those two are initial activities, right? Now after that look for data, that is activity C has predecessor as activity A. Now look here, this is activity A. Now after A completes, C can happen. So for that we are adding one more event, that is event number 2, and then we are adding the activity as activity C, right? Here you can see. So that is about C activity. Then activity D, look for activity D. It is having predecessor as activity B. So after B completes, D can happen. So here this is your B activity. After B, the D can complete. So I am adding one more event, that is node number 3 or event number 3, and then I will be getting the activity D as coming out. That is activity D, right? So after B completes, D can happen. After that, what is given is E can also happen after B completes. So E is having the predecessor as B. So here you need to add one more activity coming out from same node, right? Because this D and E both are having the predecessor as activity B here, right? So we are adding one more arrow, that is activity E, right? After that activity F has predecessor as activity C. So here this C is given. So to add activity F, we are adding one more event or node, that is event number 4, and then we are adding the activity as activity F. right? This is the activity F. Now look further. G is having the predecessor as D. So G can only happen if the D is completed. So G can happen after D. So here you can see this is your activity D. So we need to add the G after D. So to add the G, we are adding one more event, that is event number 5, and then this is the activity G, right? This is the activity G, right? Now after that, here one thing you need to keep in mind, that here it is not compulsory that you are getting this kind of figure initially also only, right? First of all, you need to draw the network with the help of pencil, and then you need to modify it if the requirement is there, right? So you need to modify the network accordingly. So first you need to draw the network with the help of pencil, right? And then as you go with the further data, you need to modify in that network, right? So here for the last data, that is H, it is having predecessor as E, F and G. These three activities are predecessor. So H can only happen after F, G as well as E. So now here you can see these F and G you can easily combine on one event, that is event number 7, right? F and G you can easily combine on event number 7. But if you want to combine this E directly, here you can see on the slide, if I do this directly, that is not possible, because this is violating the rule of network, because you cannot have same starting and ending on two arrows for these events. Barabar? These events are 3 and 7. You cannot have same starting and ending for two different events. For example, event number 3 and event number 7. If I do it like this, for example, then this will be your error, because it will be having two parallel activities, D, G and E. This will be parallel activities, and that is not possible here. So to ignore this error, what we are doing is we are adding one dummy activity. We are adding one dummy activity from E, and for that we are adding one event, that is event number 6 on node 6, and we are having one dummy activity as dotted arrow, that is shown is D1, and that will be connected to the 7th event, right? So to ignore the error, to avoid the error of two parallel arrows on the same event, we are adding one dummy activity here, right? And after that, from event number 7 we can have this activity H as coming out, right? And after that there is no data given. So if there is no data given, then after that we are ending the network as this is your ending event or end node, and we will be numbering at 8 number, right? So this will be your network, right, for this data. After that, what you have given is, let us move to next problem. Hope you are all understanding it in better way as we are doing it. Here, this problem, here read the data carefully, draw the AON diagram for given relationship of activities. Here what you are asked is AON diagram. What is the meaning of AON? That is activity on node. यहाँ concentrate करना, because what you are given is you need to draw AON diagram, activity on node, right? So that will be different than previous problem. Here what we are doing is, if here we are making AOA diagram, that is activity on arrows. We are writing the activities on arrows, right? Here you can see F, G, C, A, B. We are writing on arrows. But here this problem we are given as you need to develop the activity on a node. In nodes only, where we are writing the event number, in node you are required to write down the activity, right? Basically this is to understand the difference in AOA, that is activity on arrow, and activity on node diagram. To understand that difference, I am explaining this to you. Basically we will be following the AOA diagram only, right, for the numericals. Now let us move with this data. First activity, that is activity A, has no predecessor, right? So we can write down first event, first activity as this circle, that is activity A, right? Here you need to keep in mind that while drawing the activity on node diagram, you need to draw one circle for this starting activity. This is indicating the starting, right? So for that you need to draw one circle as S, that indicates the start, right? And one circle as N, that indicates the ending, right? That is by default for activity on node. So here this is the first activity in circle, that is activity A, that is not having any predecessor activity. Then activity B also does not have predecessor activity, so we are having one more activity as initial activity, and these are the arrows that comes out from starting node, right? Now here you are not writing this activity on this arrow, right? There is no activity name on the arrow. We are writing the arrow, writing the names inside the circle, right? That is activity on node. You are writing the activity name inside the node. Now look further. This activity C has A as predecessor activity, right? So here C can only happen after activity A, right? So after activity A, we will be adding one more activity, that is C, inside the node, and we'll be adding one more arrow. Likewise, go further. Activity D is having predecessor as activity B, so D can only happen after B. So here after B we are adding one more arrow, and this activity we are adding in the node, right? Let's go further. Activity E can happen only after activity B because it is having the predecessor as B. So after B we are adding one more activity, that is activity E inside the node. Then activity F has the predecessor as C. F can only happen after C. So here there is C. From that we are getting arrow coming out, and this will be activity F on the node. Then last data is activity G has predecessor as activity D. So from D we are getting the arrow coming outside, that is activity G on node, right? So this is the end of the data, right? But you cannot leave the network like this. You need to end the network at some point. So what you are doing is you are connecting all these arrows together on one ending node, right? After indicating all the data from the table in the network, you need to end the network at some point, common point. So for that you will be connecting all the arrows coming out from these activities on ending node, that is described as shown in the slide. So that is your end of this network. So you likewise in this way you can make the network that is activity on node type, right? That is the difference here. So you are indicating the activities on node, right? Now this is the one more example. This is the last example for today, right? After that we will be seeing something, but the example is last. So here what we are given is listed in the tables are the activities and sequencing necessary for maintenance job on the heat exchanger in a refinery. For heat exchanger in a refinery, you are given one data. Draw a network diagram for the project, right? So here let us see it quickly. For activity A, dismantle pipe connection, there is no predecessing activity, that is initial activity A. So this is one more thing. If nothing is given, then you will be drawing activity on arrow diagram, right? This is activity on arrow diagram, right? That will be following. This is not activity on node, this is activity on arrow. So no activity on node, right? This is the AOA diagram. So here first starting event, that is event number 1, and from that first initial activity, that is activity A, right? This is your activity A. After that B, dismantle heater, closer and floating point, that is having predecessor as activity A. So after A, B can happen. So we are adding one more activity, and for that we need to add one more event, that is event number 2, and this is your activity B, right? After that C, remove the tube bundle. It is having predecessor as activity B. So C can happen only after B. So for that we are adding one more event, that is event number 3, and from that we are getting the arrow coming out as activity C, because it can happen only after B. Then D, clean bolts, it is also having predecessor as B only. So from the same event number 3 we are getting one more arrow, that is activity D coming out from the same event. Then activity E, clean heater and floating head front, that is having same predecessor as activity B. Here there are three activities, those are having same predecessor as activity B. So after activity B we are having three activities coming out. So this E also will be coming out from same event number 3, right? C, D and E, those have same predecessor as activity B, right? After that, activity F, clean tube bundle, it is having activity predecessor as C. So after C we are having one more activity F. So for that we are adding event 4 and we are getting the activity F. Then for G, clean shell, it is having same predecessor as activity C. So from the same event we are getting out one more activity as an arrow, that is activity G, right? After that, look here, activity H, replace the tube bundle, that is having predecessor as F and G, two predecessor. So if F and G is completed, only after that this H can complete. So this F and G should be combined somewhere. Now here if you draw this on same event, you cannot draw this F and G coming on the same event, because that will be parallel arrows and that is not desirable here, right? So for that what we are doing is we are adding dummy activity from F. You can see here from F there is event number 5, we are adding one dummy activity as D1 and that will be combining on event number 6, right? So here G and F, right, those are coming together on event number 6 and H is coming outwards from event number 6. So here it is the condition is fulfilled that if the G and F are completed, then only this H will be completed, right? So for that we are adding one dummy activity, right? Here you can see the application of dummy activity. When this dummy activity will be added, whenever the two arrows are coming out from same event and those are connecting to the same ending event, then it will be generating a parallel arrow for two events. Two parallel arrows cannot be possible. So for that we are adding dummy activity, right? Now after that, for activity I, prepare shell pressure test. It is having predecessor as D, E and H. These three activities should be completed. After that only I can be completed. So where is D, E and H? This is your H, this is your D and this is your E, right? So again this E cannot be directly connected to this event because it will be having parallel arrows, and parallel arrows, two parallel arrows are not desirable. So we need to use the dummy activity here. So for that you are adding one more dummy activity from E, from event number 7. This is your dummy activity, right, D2, that will be connecting to event number 8. So here three activities are connecting, D, E and H. Those are connected on event number 8 and from that we are having the activity I as coming out, right? So here your condition is fulfilled. This dummy, here keep in mind that this dummy activity is not having any worth, it is not consuming any time. This is for just the arranging the logical sequence of the network, right? After that, last activity J, that is prepare tube pressure test and reassemble. So for this activity J, predecessor activity is I. So from I we will be adding one more event, that is event number 9, and from that we are getting the arrow coming out, that is activity J. And after that is the last activity, we are having ending event or ending node, that is event number 10, and this is your starting node, that is event number 1. So in this manner you can generate the network. You need to practice more and more so that you will be expertise in generating the network in a corrective manner, right? So that only you will be understanding the use of dummy activity, right? You cannot use the dummy activity if the logical sequence is possible, because the network must have as low or as less as possible dummy activities, right? we need to use minimum number of dummy activity in the network. So that will be your explanation about this network generation, right? So probably that will be all for today. In upcoming lecture, we'll be seeing with the core topic, that is critical path method, and part that is program evaluation and review technique. We'll be seeing the steps for both of these methods, right? So do practice this network generation at home also. I'll be sharing this PPT and video with you. You can understand this. So you can watch the video